Unit 4 test review. Question 1. Two cities in Texas are 570 kilometers apart. On a map, the cities are 9.5 centimeters apart. What scale was used to draw the map? If you notice, we're looking for the 1 centimeter equals how many kilometers. So we need to make a proportions box. Labeling with my 2 units. My 2 units are kilometers, and the other one is centimeters. We're going to have our known factors and our unknown factors, what we're looking for. We know that on our map we have 570 kilometers, and that equals to 9.5 centimeters. And we are looking for how many kilometers are in 1 centimeter. After you set up your proportions box, solve for x by using a cross product. So 9.5x equals 570 times 1. To get x by itself, we are going to divide by 9.5. If we have a decimal on the outside, we have to make it a whole number by moving it to the right, however many spaces. What we do on the outside, we have to do on the inside. Carry your decimal up and solve. 95 cannot go into 5. It cannot go into 57, but it can go into, whoa. But it can go in 576 times. $95 can't go into 0, so we are left with 60. So 1 centimeter equals 60 kilometers. Question 2. The scale on a map is 1 centimeter is 45 kilometers. 2 locations are 6 centimeters apart. What is the actual distance? So again, we need to make a proportions box with what we know versus what we're looking for, given our 2 units. We have centimeters and kilometers. We know that the scale is 1 centimeter per 45 kilometers, and we're looking for how many kilometers are in 6 centimeters. Create a cross product and solve for x. So when we multiply, we get 270. 270 equals x, but our units are 270 kilometers. Question 3. The table shows the amount of money the softball team made washing cars for a fundraiser. Use the information to find the rate of change. Remember, rate of change is your change in y values divided by your change in x values. So you need to find your change in y values. Your y values are your money and your x values are your cars washed. So from 49 to 91, I'm increasing by $42. From 91 to 147, I'm increasing by $56. From 147 to 315, I'm increasing by $168. I need to find my change in X values by doing the same thing. From 7 to 13, I'm increasing by 6. From 13 to 21, I'm increasing by 8. And 21 by 45, I'm increasing by 24. If you notice, they are not consistent with their changes, so you have to make your change over Y divided by your change over X for each ordered pair. So 42 divided by 6 equals 7. 56 divided by 8 equals 7. And 168 divided by 24 equals 7. So my rate of change is $7. Question 4. Write T for true or F for false. Using your notes from page 51, 52, we wrote the characteristics of what is considered similar figures. So by using those notes, you'll be able to determine whether these are true or false. Similar figures have the same size. This is false. Similar figures do not have to be the same size, but they have to be the same shape. Similar figures have corresponding angles that are congruent. This is true. The angles on both figures have to be the same. If you have a rectangle and another rectangle, all four angles have to be the same. Similar figures have corresponding angles that are supplementary. We did not talk about this at all. Therefore, it's false. Similar figures have corresponding sides that are congruent. This is false because the sides have to be proportional to each other. Congruent means same size, same shape. So for similar figures to be similar, they have to be proportional. Question 5. Yamilet wants to buy the entire outfit she sees in a store window. The table shows the prices of the outfit pieces. If sales tax is 9%, how much will the outfit cost altogether? So the first thing we need to do is find our total in everything she's purchasing. Remember, when you are adding decimals, you have to line up your decimals. If I have $26, that means I have $26.00. Don't just put 26. Add, carry your decimals down. And your total is $109.24. It's not asking us for the total for all of the clothes. It's asking us for the total of the clothes plus the 9% sales tax. So to find the sales tax on 109.24, we need to set up a proportions box. On the left side, we're going to have tax over total. And then on the left side, percent over 100. We're looking for the amount of tax that we're adding. So we're going to put an X there. Our total is 109.24. And the percentage is 9, and percent is always out of 100. Once you set up your box, you're then going to create a cross product and solve for X. All right, so 109.24 times 9. 9 times 4 is 36. Carrier 3, 18, 19, 20, 21, 81, 82, 83, 8, and 9. And I have 2 decimal spaces. So I get 983.16. But then I need to divide by 100. And when you divide by 100, you can simply just move your decimal space over to more spaces to the left. And so my tax amount is rounded to $9.83. That's not what we're looking for exactly. We're looking for how much it's going to cost total. So the total amount of the clothes or whatever plus the tax. So we have one more step. $109.24 plus the $9.83 of tax. So Yamilet will spend $119.07 on the above items. When you're using a griddable, make sure you're putting everything in its correct place and bubbling in correctly. If you bubble in wrong, you will get it wrong. And if it's positive, make sure you put positive. If it's negative, make sure you put negative. Number 6. If you notice, number 6 is a little bit scattered. Just excuse that and read across. The table below shows the prices of sandwiches at a local deli. Tommy orders a roast beef sandwich and Brianna orders a chicken wrap. How much tip should they leave? So our menu to the left, we're only looking at our roast beef and our chicken wrap. Okay, we want to find our total of how much their bill will be. So $6.50 plus $5.50. They'll be spending $12 total. But they want to spend an 18%. They want to give an 18% tip. So set up a proportions box to solve for finding your tip. You're going to put tip over total, percent over 100. Our total is $12. We're looking for an 18% tip, and percentage is always out of 100. Cross multiply and solve for x. 12 times 18 equals 100x. And I get, oh no, I added, excuse me. And I get 216. Next step is to divide by 100. And I get 2.16. So the tip amount, 18% of $12 is $2.16. So they will leave $2.16 extra to the waitress. Question 7. The scale on the map is 1 centimeter is equivalent to 50 kilometers. 2 locations are 5.7 centimeters apart. What is the actual distance? This is just like the problems we did on the front page. Set up a proportions box with your units. We have centimeters and we have kilometers. We have our known and we have our unknown. So our known amount of centimeters, we know that 1 centimeter equals 50 kilometers. We're looking for how many kilometers is 5.7 centimeters. Create a cross product. And solve for x. So 50 times 5.7 equals 1x. When you're multiplying with decimals, you line up your numbers. And I get 2,850. But I have one decimal space, so I need to move that over one space to the left, and I get 285 equals 1x. To get x by itself, I'm going to divide by 1. Therefore, I get 285 kilometers. Question 8. Allie went shopping for Christmas presents. The table below lists the items she purchased. She purchased a stuffed animal, crock pot, nail polish set, and blanket. She had several discount options to choose from. Solve each of the following to calculate the different discounts available. Then circle which offer she should choose in order to pay the lowest. So our first step is finding the total amount. So go back to that other page and let's add how much everything would be. Without tax, without sales, nothing. The total is $78. Let's go back to the other page and we will solve for the best deal. Just a reminder, I'm going to put that my total is $78 on the top. So option 1, 10% off and then a $20 rebate. We didn't really talk about rebates, but rebates are when you get that money back. So you can subtract that rebate from the total. Okay, so she gets 10% off. We need to find 10% of $78 by creating a box. It's going to be discount over total, percent over 100. Percentage is 10. Percentage is always over 100, and we know our total is 78. So we're looking for that discount amount. Create a cross product and solve for x. 78 times 10 equals 100x. 78 times 10 is 780 equals 100x. And when we divide by 100, we can simply move our decimal over 2 spaces to the left. So then our discount is $7.80. Okay, but she also gets another $20 off for that rebate, which makes a total discount of $27.80. So then subtract $78, the total, minus the discount of $27.80, and that is how much she will be paying. With all the discounts, she'll be paying $50.20. All right, so we did the first option, a 10% off and then a $20 rebate. Our next option, option 2, is a $30 coupon. If she has a $30 coupon, that means she's just getting straight up $30 off. So $78 minus her $30 discount. And so the new total she'll be paying is $48. That one was pretty easy. Option 3. Option 3 is when she gets 15% off. Since we don't know 15% of 78, we first need to find 15% of 78 by creating a proportions box. On the left, we're going to put discount over total. And on the left side, we'll be putting percent over 100. All right, we know we're looking for 15%. Percentage is always out of 100. And our total amount is $78. So we're just looking for that discounted amount. We're going to create a cross product and solve for X to find the discounted amount. 78 times 15 equals 100X. $78 times 15, 8 times 5 is 40, carry your 4. 7 times 5 is 35, 36 or 7, 38, 39. Tic-tac-toe, 8 and 7. And I get 1,170. I have 1,170 equals 100X. The next step is then to divide by 100. $100 cannot go into 1. It can't go into 11. But it can go into 117 one time. $100 can go into 170 one time. We ran out of numbers, so we have to add a decimal, add a 0, carry your 0 down. 100 can go into 700 7 times. Since we're talking about money, we have to go to the hundredths place. So add another 0. Carry it down. Can 100 go into 0? No. So we put a 0 there. And our discount is $11.70. So we can subtract $11.70 from our original amount to find our new amount. So 15% off of $78 would be a new total of $66.30. Option 4 is a 20% off and then a $5 rebate. Remember, rebate is when we're going to subtract that amount. So first step is finding 20% of 78. We have discount over total, percent over 100. We're looking for 20% of our total of $78, and percentage is always out of 100. Create a cross product and solve for X. First step is 78 times 20. And you get 1,560. A little trick to remember, if you're dividing by 100, you just have to move your decimal over 2 spaces to the left. So then 20% of $78 is $15.60. Okay, so she gets $15.60 off plus that $5 rebate. So she gets a total of $20.60 off. Last step is to subtract the discount from the total. $78 minus $20.60. And you get $57.40. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it, because then you can see what your best deal is. Your best deal would then be the $30 coupon, because her new total would be $48. Question 9. Kelsey purchased a block of wood for a craft. The block of wood is 13 inches or 330 millimeters. What is the approximate number of millimeters per inch? If we're talking about per inch, it's meaning per 1 inch. So we're finding unit rate. We can create a box based on our units and solve. Our 2 units are inches and millimeters. We know that the block of wood is 13 inches or it's 330 millimeters. We want to know how many millimeters per inch, per 1 inch. Now that we created a box, we're going to create a cross product and solve for x. We have 330 times 1 equals 13x. 330 times 1 is 330. And to get x by itself, we are simply going to divide. Your 13s cancel out. And when you divide, 330 goes inside and 13 goes outside. 13 cannot go into 3. So we're going to move on to 33. 13 can go into 33 2 times. 13 times 2 is 26. Then we're giving 7. 13 can go into 70, I believe, 5 times. Yes, 5 times. 13 times 5 is 65. Subtract, and you get a remainder of 5. We need to continue on at least until the hundredths place. So add a decimal, add a 0, carry your 0 down, bring your decimal up. 13 can go into 50 3 times. 13 times 3 is 39. We are giving 11. Add a 0, carry it down, and then we have 110. 13 can go into 110 8 times. giving us 104. And we get 6. To make an accurate estimate, we need to go one more space just in case we need to round up or round down. And then we have 60. 13. We know that 13 times 5 is 65. So it can go in 4 times. Since our number in our thousands place is 4 or less, we can keep our approximation at 25.38. And your last step is to place it in your griddable. Make sure you're putting your numbers in the correct spot. If it has decimals, the decimal placement goes behind the decimal and then bubble in correctly. It is a positive number, so make sure you bubble it at positive or leave it blank. Shh. Question 10. Triangle PQR is similar to triangle XYZ. What is the perimeter of XYZ? First step is labeling my corresponding sides. If you look, I have angles, angle P and angle X. They are similar to each other. Those are congruent. Angle R and angle Z, those are congruent. So you'll be able to easily determine which sides are corresponding. PQ corresponds with XY. PR corresponds to XZ. And RQ corresponds to YZ. Now that I have determined my corresponding sides, I'm going to need to solve for my missing links. I only have one matching link. I know my side that I colored blue on my small triangle has a corresponding length amount on my large triangle. So I'm always going to use my blue to find my missing other colors. So set up a proportions box. You have your small triangle and you have your large triangle. I use colors because it's easier for me to determine what I'm looking for. So I'm going to use my side blue to find my side orange. The small triangle, my side length of blue is 6. My large triangle length on the blue side is 48. And then I am going to find my orange side that I colored. On my small triangle, my orange side length is 8. And I'm looking for my orange side length in my large. So I have easily set up my triangles. Now all I need to do is solve for x. If you notice, you can easily create a scale factor based on this information. I know that 6 times 8 is 48. So whatever I do to the bottom, I can do to the top. 8 times 8 is 64. So my missing side length for the orange side that I labeled is 64. Now I need to find my missing length for the red that I shaded in, creating a box using my blue like I did the first one, except finding my missing red. I have a small triangle and I have a large triangle. I'm going to use blue to find my red. I know that my small blue side is 6, and my large blue is 48. My small red side is 10, and I'm looking for my large red side. Again, you can either make a cross product, or if you know your scale factor, which we do, we know that 6 times 8 is 48. Whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. 10 times 8 is 80. So my missing length for my red labeled side is 80. The question isn't asking me to find the missing sides, but it's asking me to find the perimeter of my large triangle. So now that I have determined all my sides, I can easily find my perimeter. Perimeter is to add up all the sides, and that's what we'll be doing. I have 48, 64, and 80. 8 plus 4 is 12, carry your 1, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and I get 192. Therefore, my perimeter of triangle XYZ equals 192. Whoops. Excuse me, guys. Use the following information to answer questions 11 and 12. Justin has a map of Texas. The map scale is 1 inch equals 12.7 miles. Question 11. On the map, the distance from Alvin to Houston is 2.4 inches. What is the actual distance between the two cities? Round to the nearest whole number. So this is just a proportion scale. We have 2 units. Given 3 out of the 4 options, we're just looking for that missing option. Okay, our 2 units are inches and miles. Using our map scale, we know that 1 inch equals 12.7 miles. And we want to know how much 2.4 inches equals in miles. Create a cross product and solve for x. So we have 12.7 times 2.4 equals 1x. Seven times 4 is 28. Carry your 2. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 2 is 10. Carry your 1. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus 1 is 5. Tic-tac-toe. 7 times 2 is 14. Carry your 1. 2 times 2 is 4. Plus 1 is 5. And 2 times 1 is 2. Add them together. And you get 3,048. But remember, you have 2 decimal spaces. So you need to move your decimal space 2 spaces over to the left. And so you get 30.48 equals 1x. Next step is to divide by 1 to get x by itself. And we know that when you divide anything by 1, it stays the same. So we get 30.48 equals x. Right? But it doesn't tell us to use hundredths place. It tells us to round to the nearest whole number. Since we're rounding here, we got to look to the number to the right. Since it's 4 or less, we let it rest so it stays the same. So 2.4 inches is 30 miles. Question 12. Using the same information from the above map scale, On the map, the distance from Alvin to San Antonio is 7.72 inches. What is the actual distance between the two cities? Round to the nearest whole number. So this one's just like question 11, just with a different amount. We're going to set up our proportions box with our 2 units. We have inches and we have miles. We know that 1 inch, from the above information, 1 inch equals 12.7 miles. How much does 7.72 inches equal in miles? Create a cross product and solve for x. 12.7 times 17.72 equals 1x. When you multiply with decimals, you line up the numbers. 7 times 2 is 14. Carry your 1. 7 times 7 is 49. Plus 1 is 50. 7 times 7 is 49. 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. Carry your 5. 7 times 1 is 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 times 2 is 4. 14, 15. Whew. Okay. Add up all your multiplication. Now I get 125,044. But I have 1, 2, 3 decimal spaces. 1, 2, 3. So it's 125.044 equals 1x. Divide by 1. Divide by 1. Anything divided by 1 is itself. So x equals 125.044. But it tells us to round to the nearest whole number. What did I do? I messed up somewhere. Oh, I forgot to put that 1 there. My apologies, guys. It's 225. Sorry. So it's 225.044. Okay, we have to round to the nearest whole number. Whole numbers are in the 5's place. Look to the number to the right. Since it's 4 or less, we let it rest. Therefore, it's 225 miles. Go ahead and glue this into page 54 in your notebook. And good luck on your test.